it lagged, right? They fixed that. You see Monkey King in any of these games?
No.
I have
He's
a good
gone.
point.
Weaver.
There you go.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Oh,
Woo. Weaver.
the Scuddly boy.
We've
That's
seen.
a bug, right?
Yeah, because
That's
it
an
has three
insect.
That's an
It's a
insect.
scorpion.
No. The Weaver has 3 portions to its body. We looked this up. An insect has 3 portions and 6 legs, and maybe some wings / antennas, which he has. Has he got 3 portions to his body? Because otherwise, he's part of the arachnids, like the scorpion.
That's definitely a bug.
He's 100% a scorpion.
That's ant, actually.
He's an ant.
Ants are just small scorpions.
No.
I've seen a few.
No,
ants in my
but
day.
a serious question. What is Weaver doing in this game? Weaver Anti-Mage could be possibly a position...
I'm thinking
3 Weaver,
Yapzor.
position 4-5 Weaver got nerfed pretty hard.
Yeah, but you
Aghanim
can still go
Scepter.
straight on Ags.
Cast range is...
Terrible.
bad.
It's bad.
doesn't
It really is
Cooldown
bad.
reduction too.
And what if you get a telescope?
Increased, I should say. A telescope, you say.
You
Well
have to
then.
get lucky.
Weaver is broken with the telescope.
Yeah, just wait for tier 3 items, huh?
Yeah,
That's the strat.
I mean,
Imagine
you never
Poppy
know.
like saying, guys, I'm playing this position 5 Weaver. If you don't get telescope...
we GG out.
I like the Disruptor. Really good with the Darkseer. That's the classic epic wombo combo. You just, vac into the kinetic, and with that new talent on Disruptor.
Cheers for the viewers that don't know what you're talking about. The extra
I'm trying to think, what's the ultimate called again? I don't play this.
Static Storm.
Static Storm.
Yeah,
You get
3 extra seconds.
Extra duration on that. That's always going to be pretty nice when you vacuum somebody.
You know your stuff, Jenkins. Most of the analysts will go the level 15 talent, and they don't read the patch notes, but you know what you're talking about.
Oh, I read the patch notes.
Impressive.
How many times? Like, I'm the guy that reads patch notes like 5 times or more.
I must say, the previous one I only read once, and I don't even think I got to the last couple of
Every
heroes.
single time, like when the new patch comes out, I'm playing a game, testing stuff, and whenever the game is loading, I'm most of the time just picking my hero first so I can read the patch notes.
Because the thing also that is like nice in Dota at the moment, that if there was a patch notes, you have the little exclamation mark. I like those, so that I
Yeah.
see.
That was
I
a
only have
great
to
change.
learn 10 heroes at the same time, right? Because those are going to be the heroes in my game.
That was good, very good quality of life change.
I agree. Underlord is going to be tough to take out. Beefy man.
Yeah, he is a big beefy boy, but you
Who's
do
going to be
have.
position 3?
Underlord.
Clockwork?
I think
Weaver?
I think Underlord with a Clockwork probably. Oh wait, why would you don't want to put Clock with an anti-mage, but Weaver with an anti-mage? All right, these lanes seem kind of
Questionable.
questionable. God damn it, team! Why do they do this to us? I feel like every Team Secret draft I look at, I'm just with OG, I'm confused, but I think it's good, and then with Team Secret, I'm confused and think it's shit, and then they own with it.
I thought position 5 Weaver was dead, even position 4, but if someone can make it work, it's Team Secret. Like, Poppy was really spamming that position 5 Weaver when it was really good, just taking a lot of farm. He was most of the time more farmed than Yapzor, just creating space, either dying and then having that Aghanim Scepter, also going for Blink multiple times that I've seen. It's a lot of farm, actually. And Drow Ranger against AM, before it was not as good, but now with the Gust knockback, I feel like this matchup could go either ways easily.
But you know that one of the things you want to do when you're playing against a Drow is breaker ult, right? Getting range, so Antimates can get in range. Weaver is very spooky, fast, can get in range. Clockwork, hook shots in, gets in range. Underlord has got the thing that stuns everybody and he can walk in, gets in range.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty rough draw game, but I mean it's one of those situations where I think it really depends who has the item advantage. If Drow has like a 1 to 2 item advantage because Liquid are winning with the other heroes, it's going to look really good for Drow, and it's going to be like, Drow owns anti-mage, but then the other side of that can also be true. And I think it's probably easier for an anti-mage to get that item advantage. Drow doesn't farm anywhere near as fast as an anti-mage does with Battle Fury, so it's all about shutting this anti-mage hero down, and with the Darkseer, it's pretty hard.
I feel like Team Liquid did a very good job just countering Clockwork. You have Toss to get him out of the cogs, you have Vacuum, you have Glimpse Gust, she builds into Pike, Force Staff, so all these heroes, I don't feel like they're going to be threatened against the Clockwork. Could be a reason for Team Secret to just shift it as position 5.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the only issue there is then you're running an anti-mage Clockwork lane. I mean, you could still run position 4 Weaver and have it in the safe lane, but I also think Clockwork Underlord seems kind of terrible against a Drow lane. I mean, 2 ranged heroes against 2 melee heroes, I feel like...
But wait, you trap him inside the cogs, Firestorm, then Pit of Malice, then another cog. It's a ton of damage. The problem is, how do you get close?
That's definitely the issue.
Boots first.
On which hero?
Clock to start with.
Okay. Yeah, I think he'll
one step at a time.
More than likely go Boots. The thing is, though, if he does go Boots, then they're playing against 2 ranged heroes, and he's not going to have like the regen build, which people have been...
And I love Disruptor as a hero against the Underlord. You know he's going to be using that ulti to get them out with the nicely timed disruption. Glimpse. You can just send one back.
Yeah, I was going to say you can only choose one, though.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
All right, we go for the Underlord just to make him suffer for trying to... You're not going to do that again.
Yeah,
back once.
He's also probably the most tanky one there, so I don't know if that's what you want to do.
Like a passive-aggressive glimpse.
Yeah, true. We got the Ember ban as the last ban coming out from Team Liquid. Any thoughts on that? Anything that gives away? It tells us. It's another hero that can get on top of Drow. It's another speedy one, but it's also, I thought, always a hero that Disruptor is also good against.
I think it's just really important that Secret gets some sort of tempo hero. Like Anti-Mage is just going to hit creeps for the whole game. Clockwork and Weaver, they want to be playing with somebody. And Underlord just runs down a lane and presses Firestorm. That's basically what he does. So I think their only remaining pick is like Void Spirit, Queen of Pain, like one of these sorts of heroes. Puck is banned. Oh, okay. Well, of course, in the
TA.
I love it. It pressures Anti-Mage. It comes online much faster than AM does, and with the Drow Ranger in team, like you threaten the Roche kills, it allows you to play extremely quickly. It's the tower damage that they needed. One of the reasons why Team Secret just straight up banned Dragon Knight, because it checks a lot of the boxes.
There's no Veno, there's no Bat, there's no Ember, there's no Viper. Like these are all the big TA counters. I think Queen of Pain is not that great against the other heroes on Liquid.
Pugna?
Pugna. Okay.
You like it? You don't like it?
It's a tempo hero. It's a hero that can run at towers, so that'll be good. End the game early before they can get to the late game with the TA Drow.
Well, according to the odds, Secret's got this in the bag. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts as well now that the draft has completed.
Looking at the draft, I'm going to go with Team Liquid once again. I believe they won a draft, but I believe I say that a lot whenever I see Team Secret, because that's just the best team in the world right now, and they have a different read on the game, but they have some also like weaknesses, I would say. Like this is also a lineup that doesn't really scale that much compared to like TA, Drow Ranger, Darkseer. Darkseer is going to be great against the AM. Like in the laning stage, it's complete the opposite, but if you can get the good wall off mid-game fights, like pre-BKBs, I feel like this lineup from Team Liquid could like end the game in 25-30 minutes.
Wombo combos.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Secret just because I think it's a horrendous Darkseer game. I think his laning is very difficult, and then I think playing that hero into Pugna is also incredibly difficult come mid to late game.
Yeah, just going with the safe bet.
It's not the safe bet. I'm just going the opposite of you.
Well, also, it has been said that Darkseer at the moment is broken, so you disagree.
This is true. This is true, but I feel like just...
Say it again.
Anti-Mage counters Darkseer, okay? I think a lot of the Liquid draft is relying on the Darkseer having a good game. I think with TA and Drow, they're very do-nothing.
Okay.
And Darkseer needs to be the hero that is letting heroes do more.
All right, well, let's find out if Darkseer is going to have a good game or if Secret can walk away with this third game of the series. Let's hear more from ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, coming into this deciding game now as Secret versus Liquid. We've heard sort of the panelists a little split. I mean, how do you sort of favour, in particular, that matchup that Jenkins was talking about, this whole sort of Darkseer and Anti-Mage situation?
Yeah, I mean, Anti-Mage has always been looked at one of those counters to Darkseer in the laning phase. Sure, as you mentioned, of course, the wall later on in the game does start to be a problem, but it always gives you a target to mana void throughout all stages of the game. That's something that's always going to be a big problem because you can just detonate a huge area of heroes. So, I mean, it definitely has its potential for the AM. I love this Pugna pick. This is one of my favorite heroes, actually, in the game. He has a lot of things he does have to worry about, though. There's, like, the tiny stuns. There's 2 different forms of silences. There's a couple different ways to break the life drain, but I like the lane. I think he just beats TA pretty damn handedly, as far as I've seen in the past, at least. Because I know Thompson was the one who used to pick it versus the TAs almost every time. And you just spam decrep on him and just make his life miserable. And then come mid-game, you can always show up and gank the TA because you have life drain. Life drain just eats through refraction, has a 7-second cooldown. Super good. So, yeah. Looks interesting. Secrets is very secret draft.
Yeah.
While Liquid's looks much more normal. And I do agree that Liquid definitely has potential to be able to end the game if they do get a good timing around their heroes. Like Drow TA, they get a Roche, they can definitely look to snowball before AM is online.
And overall, obviously, compared to Game 1, the AM, it was picked at the same time, the second pick into the draft. This time around, is it, if you sort of compare what Liquid had against the AM in Game 1, is Map3 a little more scared this game, or is he happier this time?
He at least has a target that's like a good mana void. The last game, he literally had nothing, right? It was... I can't even remember. Like the last 3 picks that they picked versus him were just such good heroes versus AM. It was like
Centaur, Lone Druid.
Like these heroes don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like in this one, the AM looks a lot better to me because even TA, it gets to a point where TA just can't handle an AM. If it gets like an AM is able to get farmed, TA just gets outscaled. So I would say Liquid just has to keep themselves ahead. I like this positioning here for them, putting themselves aggro tri-lane. Same thing coming out from Secret though, also putting themselves aggro tri-lane. They're killing the Darkseer.
They're going to get it here. Was level 1, no escape available for the Darkseer, as Zai will be the first to claim that. TP in from Tiger, making sure that he can get hold of some of this XP. And gold as he gets pushed in under the tower whilst the Darkseer is dead.
I feel like they also made the Underlord better this game by just the way that they picked. Like Crimson Guard looks so godly now this game, right? Versus Drow and TA, and Astra Fiora already has its benefits, so it does look like it could be a really good Underlord game too versus that in particular. Looking at mid, TA is starting to pull ahead. 5 denies already on Pugna, though. So we'll see that lane be pretty volatile, depending on how they're able to play around the decrep.
And looks like a bit of time, I guess. Was the Darkseer's TP used earlier? Because he's walking back to lane on this top.
I think they're trying to save their TPs in case of a lane swap.
Okay.
Because Matu has just been staying down here, but he's holding his TP. Mickey goes pretty far under the tower here, but won't be able to get gone on entirely. But yeah, I think this is the nature of just saving TPs. Because look at Zai also. Running across the map as the Underlord just to hold his TP in case there's a swap. Because they want to have AM versus Darkseer.
Yeah, let's see how Liquid reacts to that. If Secret does, well, if anything, when they do make that move, as you say, already looks like to be confirmed. They're going to try and make an aggressive play onto Mickey. Matu looking for some body blocks. The Firestorm getting range in Mickey, but Mickey still with enough movement speed to step back to safety.
Oh my, even a rocket. Wait, what? Is that a 1-0-1 build by the Clockwork to try to contribute a kill bottom? It is. All right. Cool little approach there. Trying to get Matu involved early on. But yeah, Matu, he wants to lane versus Darkseer, as we're saying. We're probably going to see him move at some point soon here.
Yeah, they're not going to want to keep both him and Zai down here for long. And
yeah.
So there we have it. Immediately they'll try and pressure onto Zai.
He's level 1. Taiga's level 3. That's a very over-level Tiny because he got given the solo lane for a moment. Zai has to be a little careful of his positioning. And yeah, mid 8 to 9 last hits of Pugna, 10-3 on TA.
And there's the move.
And there's the moves.
Up to top, with the TP by the Drow. And down to the bottom, the Darkseer goes. So as you say, yeah, exactly. Liquid, they were prepared for that. They saved the TPs, they're able to make the response. They're going to try and charge in onto Zai, and Tiger may just get this here underneath the tower. He'll be able to do it.
Very nicely done by Liquid. Love that. Like saving the TP is so clutch, and then Taiga getting the solo XP top is what allows that kill to happen bottom. Super nice moves by them. And Insania will survive up top too. So we see the lanes that they want to have, right? It's the double range versus the melee that anti-mage should try to pressure him. But now Matu, he's starting to be able to catch up because Mickey, he's only level 2. It's almost 4 minutes. A Drow. Getting slowed down a bit here because of having to move around. And Insania can't actually help him at all because look at how low he is. So Mick is in a very awkward position here. They got to bring something to help out their boys here with Taiga.
Tiger on his way up.
Oh, it's an iron
Mango,
shell.
they are going to try and go in for Yapso as Tiger charges straight forward with the combo. We'll set it up there, Tiger. And some very smooth moves as the Tiny early on to help out his team all over the place.
Very nicely done.
We see mid lane Nisha absolutely mastering the denies here. 13 denies in this mid lane at just 4 minutes in by the Pugna. Really messing with Quake for CS as best as
nice.
the Pugna can.
Nice little glyph. Messing with Nisha a bit. Nisha, as soon as that level 6 comes out, though, you got to be careful for Koikfun. He's going to have it earlier because of those denies. He's holding the skill point, too. You see that one. He might put the 3rd point in decrep just for the life drain for this situation for the lane. And he does. So, trying to get that level 6 very early on and just keep messing with those last hits of the TA.
So many denies by this Pugna.
Yeah,
I mean,
he'll have the 6 almost after. He might have it after this wave here. It's going to be very close. And then he can definitely pose kill threat and just push the TA out of the lane.
Yeah, just a few creeps away from having it, as long as the denies aren't there by Quakefa. It's like top, the 3 of them coming in from Secret, trying to make sure that the anti-mage can continue to get farm, as Map3 has himself been moving around the place quite a bit.
Taiga scouts out that there's a ward there with that movement. Looks like he's going to get maybe aggressive. Yapsor was at the ready. Nisha will be able to fill up his bottle, hit that level 6 after the creep. It looks like TA also will hit 6 at almost the same time because of that move from the Tiny.
And anyway, one more creep and Nisha will have the 6. So
Yep.
having to watch out in the mid. Down bottom, Boxy getting aggressive under the tower onto Zai.
They make
On
the
his
move
own.
mid.
They're going to try and punish Nisha. Tiger can get the grab. Will find the avalanche to toss. Won't quite be there though, so Nisha's fine.
And
So we'll
full
turn
HP.
and fire back onto Tiger.
And he can just keep doing that now every single time the decrep is up. Even if Koikfa walks up, he can decrep drain him at pretty much every single point here. Gonna slow him down. Will he be able to get the rune? He will, and now he's gonna be able to turn and drain him.
The initial refraction keeping him safe. Tiger trying to step in onto Nisha, but you've got to be careful of this arcane rune. Pugna, they do get a good toss underneath the tower though. Having said that, as Tiger,
Ooh.
I mean, his Tiny's looking pretty hot so far in this first 6 minutes. He's doing it on the side lanes, and then Nisha, you know, he felt he was strong with that arcane. He was ready to try and play aggressive. Tiger finding the opportunity to get him underneath that tower.
Very nicely done. Taiga being very clutch so far in this early game for Team Liquid's early movements. Bailing Koikfa out of some tough scenarios. And now Koikfa is, he's ahead in the lane. Don't know if he has any stacks. I don't think they were able to do any stacks during these last few moments because of how active the game has been. But yeah, all 3 cars farming quite well now. It's exactly what Liquid wants to be happening in this game too. They don't want to be falling behind in net worth almost at all with this type of draft. Or they want to be the ones setting that tempo.
And we see Secret trying to get in on that mid lane and get on top of Koikfa, but it's hard now with traps up. Ward still persisting as well in the mid. Very hard for Secret to invade that area. And look towards Tiger, but Tiger level 5, very beefy Tiny. Yapso trying to get in range, but the avalanche is out and Tiger's just easily able to walk away as Secret just unable to find action at the moment with Yapso and Puppey as best as they try to sweep across the map and find a catch. Yes. This little move to mid from Boxy actually allows him to avoid that whole sweep from Secret supports down bottom.
Yeah, now he's going to actually be able to surge Taiga to maybe get aggressive onto Nisha.
Under the tower they go. They're going to get in with the combo. Tiger, he's
got him. Taiga?
Something about Tiny players looking very good. He will almost certainly die for this one. A Secret will punish him, finally get him out of the place. But in his first 8 minutes, Tiger, he's certainly done more than he needed. So much pressure being put on by this Tiny early on.
The one fear for the Pugna, right, early on especially, is that high magic damage burst, and he's been utilizing the Ion Shell really well with his movements too. Matu is still feeling pretty happy, top of that net worth, but yeah, definitely Nisha getting pressured quite a bit here. This is, I mean, a lot of tower damage down bottom. Taiga will slow down Matu a little bit here.
Around as well. Field down and the Thunder Strike. Matu is going to be able to continue to run, blink back up in a few seconds. They won't have anything else before it's there, so Matu will be fine. It's going to have to sit a little low whilst they wait for that Ring of Health to really kick in. Insania just trying to keep him on his toes.
He does the one. Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm done with this. He doesn't know where the Tiny is. He doesn't want to get rotated on and comboed.
Mid lane, Nisha continue to try and keep the pressure in onto Quake's TA, but Quake still having the better time in this mid thanks to those movements from his supports, allowing the TA to still stay ahead and not be punished by this Pugner early on in lane.
Taiga level 6, 9 minutes in, continuing to have a good time. They find a Fated Brooch, so a very good pickup for that Tiny to be able to move around the map. And oh, with the Ion Shell, should be enough to be able to take out YapzOr.
I mean, these two as a combo can just cause so many issues. This Darkseer Tiny, Boxy Taiga, incredibly strong here at this 10-minute mark.
And now his mana's pushed back up to full. He has Mangoes to use anyway, but with those Arcane Boots, he is filled up. And Puppy is getting close to being a one-shot for Taiga. Right now he is. Even at full HP, I think he's almost a one-shot pretty much from that Tiny. Actually, yeah, he definitely is a one-shot. Yeah, level 6 Tiny.
10-minute runes up. Will be the bounty runes to a piece by the looks of it. And towards the river, they'll try and run in. Onto Insania, they'll be able to do so. You can only glimpse back the one of them top. Quake's does pick up the DD. Nisha's getting aggressive though. TP reactions coming in. Like here. Is it enough? YapzOr, tries to hookshot in, but just ends up going straight into the backside of Nisha. So the TA will still be fine for now. Quake's able to keep his distance. Nisha's trying to chase this down, but he cannot dive underneath the tier 2. Quake will be saved. YapzOr just not able to sort of weave the hook shot through past Nisha and onto that TA.
They are trying to pressure towers though early, get the attention away from Matumba Man. Lots of reactions coming out from Liquid Taiga. Looking for an opportunity, getting dropped pretty low
a lot
though.
Of damage here as he steps into the Firestorm. Puppy, not quite enough right click to finish Taiga off now though as YapzOr. What the cogs out. Quake turning over towards Puppy. Puppy dives in for this, but they have a sentry prepared. Oh, the greed from Puppy there, getting the better of him. Trying to go for Taiga as low as he was, but Liquid were prepared with sentries out all over the place around this mid lane.
Yeah, they even brought Mika mid too, so they really wanted to emphasize defending that mid tower, as most of these pros do. Trying to stall that one out as long as possible when you're playing versus an anti-mage. They have good aggressive wards down too to be able to watch when Secret does collapse on that.
Oh, now in the river.
Did they get tossed back?
Tossed back in towards Mickey. It's another catch again. Taiga with these tosses. I believe he's 2-1-5, all 7 kills he's been a part of.
And now also, like we see bottom, Boxy feels some space too. He can start to pressure Matumba Man as well as he's gotten a point in that wall. Great moves by Liquid in response to throughout this early game here so far. And we see Mika, he's just rushing 4 staff. He's versus quite a bit of heroes that can just get on top of him, so wants to be as defensive as possible. Invisibility. And oh, look at this, a very lovely rune.
Yeah, he's going to be excited about this one, Taiga. What's he going to find? Ooh.
Oh, Puppy knew.
Yeah, he knew. Straight
quick.
up reaction with the time lapse. Nisha's going to try and go in onto Taiga, and actually, Taiga, he'll turn with the toss back. Nisha up to the high ground. They've got the trap slow as well. Puppy's going to continue to try and chase down Taiga. Nisha glimpse back, silence out from Mickey as well. They take down the Pugner. Quaper falling low, finally goes down to the Firestorm, but they take 2 down with them. Puppy is going to go in with the Shikuchi onto Boxy, will get out with the remainder of it. So this time a 2 for 2. They do manage to get finally Taiga out once more and also finding Quaker, but at least with that toss back from Taiga yet again does allow Liquid to find 2 kills in return.
Matu the big winner though out of all of it here. You'd expect Liquid to want to be a little bit ahead in this game when they do have a TA plus Drow, especially leading after this early game here. But Matumba, he's gonna have this Battle Fury at a pretty okay time. Not an amazing one, not like a very good one either, but a good timing. It's gonna be around like that 15 minutes probably, which is very acceptable.
Nice.
A lot of things he has to watch out for to being caught though. Liquid's still looking to get aggressive now that they have the Disruptor ult.
Bang on with the scan though, and underneath that ops as well, so they'll know it's a clear smoke movement coming in from around this area. Forces are being picked up. Liquid very early on, they have 2 force staffs done. One on Boxy, one on Mickey.
Whoa, 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 look at this, YapzOr.
Good hook shot, grabbing the 2 of them. Insania's going to drop the Static Storm down, does catch the Underlord. They'll be able to break their way out of the cogs. Liquid starting to back away. Puppy's bugs won't quite clip onto Insania as he sticks to the side. Boxy will be caught in position. One more hit will do it. They'll find it. as he tries to cast the surge. The animation taking a little too much time as Zai takes him out.
Liquid's trying to get aggressive, but they're getting responded on too quickly here by Secret. Secret now finally getting a gold lead. They're looking to try to bring down this tower now here too. And see, Mika and both Matu, they're both trying to farm as fast as possible, but Matu's farm is going to start accelerating much faster than that Drow very soon. That Battle Fury is about to finish up.
That's quick.
Dire's middle tower has
That's a
fallen.
quick one. Full veil on Nisha as well, so you know, we are seeing Liquid when they do try and go for these aggressive moves. If they get caught in the cogs or in the pit, still a hell of a lot burst that Secret can throw back at them.
Puppy just with the one tap, you know? Of course. He's playing so aggressively on this Weaver here.
Still getting away with the farm there, Mickey. As he's safe in the jungle. Quake for us, we saw Desolator has been completed.
Oh, Insania, this might be the target they're going for here. And oh, with the Veil, look at that damage. Decrep plus Veil is, yeah, not fun to play against the supports at all.
No, very, very quick kills to be found.
Yeah. Just the way the Veil works with Decrep is still so insane how it actually
Amps
up
up the
the
amp.
damage. Yeah, amps the amp in a way that makes it just crazy in these early skirmishes. See Puppy, and now they're starting to be greedy on Secret. Puppy's farming, Clockwork's farming jungle, Underlord's farming jungle, Anti-Mage is farming jungle. Pugna's the only one actually showing his face in the lane at the moment. So Liquid will try to take advantage of that at the moment here. Look to take out this tower with their TA. Should finish it up there, Koikfa.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Gets the
fallen.
cash. And we see a Yule's picked up now for the Underlord.
Killed.
I like this pickup actually. Versus, I think versus Surge in general, I think Yule's is just always good, right? Just that Dispel and just the mechanic is also really good with the Root too.
Over towards mid, Nisha playing aggressive, but there's
Ooh,
backup
he's got
here
haste.
for Boxy.
He's trying to juke it out.
He is. He's going to be able to break his way out of the kinetic field before it properly sets in place. Insania tries with the glimpse, but there's no real follow-up. Or maybe there is. Mickey comes in from the side, but still the haste continuing to allow Nisha to break his way away from the silences.
Oh,
Nisha's
wow.
fine.
That Haster actually just carries that fight, and they just wasted Disruptor ulti. It's a pretty big one there.
They couldn't quite catch him. He was very close to do so with the field, but just breaks his way right out of it with a haste.
Yeah. That's another thing that Yule's is very good for, too, is versus that Disruptor ultimate, too. Be able to buy Underlord some time.
Scanning.
Top net worth, we see Matu takes it. Koikfa's still very farmed, though. Very threatening with this Deso pickup. He still just does have the hard counter factor of that Pugna that can just not allow him to attack inside of the team fights and also break his refraction. Still farming very well, and they can easily look for a Rosh. If they get any type of opportunity where a fight is won, they can straight beeline into Roshan.
And Liquid having a much better sort of overall intel of the map right now with these two wards down on Secret's half. You look at sort of Secret's vision, it's just a little more hard for them to really get in for. They'll start to now get themselves some obses out in Liquid's jungle. But other than that, the map very dark right now for Secret. Liquid have done a very good job with the de-warding.
Yeah. Secret wanting to play mostly around the top side. Bottom side is the unsafe place. Matu is really the only one who can make his move around everywhere. Everyone else, for the most part, play top. And then, of course, Puppy just, you know, being Puppy bottom lane. He needs some farm, too. Another Yule's picked up for the Pugna. Same exact kind of mentality versus the Disruptor ulti. Always going to be able to save. Same thing versus those silences. Another tower. Liquid. Making the moves.
Middle tower has fallen.
Of course, Roshan is going to be appealing, especially if Liquid can find themselves a catch. I'm going to be able to do it very, very quickly here. Already on the high ground. A bit of an attempt onto Zai. Zai's already going to rift out of there. Does not want to mess around with the damage from Mickey. So ults his way out of this entire area. Timing on the mech. Boxy just half a goal of the recipe away. 19 minutes in, just under a 1k, and it's a close one again, and seeming to go down a little bit of a similar route as the earlier one. Liquid is a bit more split out their wealth, whereas, you know, Secret, it's all eyes on Matu right now, keeping his game good whilst the rest of the team make the plays.
Liquid definitely wanted to have a lead going into this part of the game, though, here.
YapzOr
Secret getting aggressive.
straight away though, the Static Storm response
They're on
was
Quakefa.
immediate. They do find this opening on to Quakefa, but Quakefa's forced out to the side. Boxy as well with the surge,
saves.
keeping Quakefa safe. And now with the vacuum drag back, YapzOr's in trouble. They're focusing him down. Now they'll turn over towards trying to save Tiger. As Puppey and Zai try and chase him in. Matu coming in early with the Mana Void. They do find the kill onto the Tigers Tiny. The rest of Liquid will be all right though. They're able to disperse, get back. Not able to find any further catches though, but still it's Secret getting a quick kill. Liquid just not able to fight back into this.
I think they have to be pretty fortunate that they got Quakefa out of that scary scenario there. That ward there that they've had there for the last 3-4 minutes. Almost getting the TA killed right before, I mean, pretty much almost as he's finishing the BKB. That would have been a real big kill if Secret was able to get that one there. And yeah, like you said, the constant aggression from the 4. Matu even showing up for a minute when he sees the Darkseer, and that's what we always will be saying. He always will have a Mana Void target in this game, so he used that splash off of Boxy to get that kill there. Does he have the BKB finished? They're looking to get aggressive anyway.
Now.
Yep.
I'd imagine so with this smoke that they want to do something with it. There's
20
the jump
minutes.
forward. Who are they going to be able to find the grab on? Tiger.
It's
There's
on
the
Nisha.
combos. The big stars. They take down the Pugner now with the drag back. Clock stuck in his own cogs here as YapzOr cannot run.
It's right next to the Roche too. And they've got the heroes for it, like we were mentioning.
They do it very, very quickly.
Look to go right in there.
And they've got the ults if Secret do try and fight into this. Static Storm's there as well as the wall. Can Secret really go for any sort of snipe? This Roshan is going to be quick. The bugs do scout out the status of it. It's half HP, but Secret, they've got to let this one go.
His BKB's coming out on the courier right now. So he's going to get a huge critical spike for this TA, plus an Aegis on top too. Big momentum here for Liquid.
Tis mine.
It's time to start really pressing the issue forward here now, though. With this Aegis, they do have to start getting a little bit more map control. They don't want Matumba Man to be able to do what he's doing at the moment, which is just get more ahead in comparison and just farm better than their actual carries.
Tiger. Puppey's got the time lapse. Not too worried about the burst from Tiger.
Yep.
And as you said, we see Matu. He's got the S and Y done now, so very much he's got a lot of beef to him, even if he does get caught sort of in the static and stuff.
Yeah, this is a dream game for the quote-unquote God King build that people like to call it, that Manta Halberd. He's versus 2 ranged carries, so
Halberd destroys him.
Absolutely amazing. He's already got it finished up. And the Manta too this game versus those Silence, super effective. So yeah, if he's able to get those picked up, it's going to be really strong for him versus those 2 cores.
Yeah, any sort of space that he's been given. We saw that even with Liquid getting in and getting the Roshan, just because of the fact that it does take that time whilst Matu gets sort of unchecked. Matu is creeping further and further ahead at the top now as this anti-mage, and will continue to do so unless Liquid do find objectives, find these kills they need.
They're just not finding him though. 0-0-1. Did he just miss the stack? He just missed the stack. And we witnessed it.
He didn't want it, you know.
That's a support's job.
Yeah.
Looks like Secret keeping all the lanes pushed in with rockets. Puppey trying his best to pushing out as much as possible too. While AM just farms. So they're just trying to buy time and try to catch people when they're split up here and take advantage of where this Aegis is, where they're split up.
It's got BKB and the Aegis on Quakefa, so a lot of time for the rest of his team to come in. He's going to put the BKB, just turn and take down Nisha in 3 hits. Matu tries to get involved, but Tiger's in with the control. They are going to start to disengage aside. Pots the Rift ready to take them out. Is he going to be able to do so in time and take the 3 of them though? He didn't take the anti-mage as Matu. He didn't want to get in the ride. He jumped out the car door and they didn't take him back. The glimpse as well from Isadia, perfectly done, bringing it back after that blink out. And yeah, he just felt the need to blink into the trees rather than into the warm embrace of Zai's car.
He didn't trust his teammate there.
No, didn't want to get in.
Himself and gets punished for it heavily. Nisha a little bit too over-aggressive, using his decrep onto Quakefa, not having it defensively, just gets turned on instantly.
I mean, I guess he was probably in trouble either way, right? Because the Thunderstrike was on. He's got to get glimpse. Would you, even if you blink, you know what I mean? Maybe he's just trying to blink far enough away to get out of the glimpse range. He knew that if he blinked into the rift, he would have got glimpsed out of the rift.
Perhaps he could have also counterspelled when he blinks into the rift.
Well, that's true.
So he had a couple different ways to play around it. I
Yeah.
think he just did not think that they'd find him in the tree line there.
Yeah.
So bit of a slip up there by Map3 and gets punished.
Yeah, big kill. I mean, as you said, you know, up to this point, he's been having all the space in the world. That's the kill that Liquid Dream are finding. Slowing down Matu's game.
Puppy, we see, of course, that item build that he's going to be going for, that Aghanim Scepter to be able to bail out his anti-mage. However, the cast range is just not good anymore. It used to be insanely large cast range. Now it is quite tiny that you actually have to be next to your teammate in order to cast it. Finally got nerfed. It used to be like 1,200 cast range, then it went to like 700. Now I think it's like 400 or something. Very tiny. Blink Dagger now picked up on Nisha, his own mechanic to try to protect himself too. But yeah, some time bought for Liquid to be able to get their lanes into a good position while that anti-mage is dead. Taiga. They know what Puppy's gonna do here. They're reading the plays.
He's going to be able to play his way out, though, with the time lapse. He's out of there. Glimpse does grab him. Have they got further control? Chasing onto him, but another Shikuchi will get him away. Puppy will live.
Puppy space.
Unable to quite catch that slippery old Weaver.
And now they're kind of getting pushed away from this tower here. Everybody from Secret is coming up. They pop the glyph. Will Liquid continue for this one here? Looks like they just might be able to, yeah.
Yeah, no interest from Matu or Nisha to head over here right now. Nisha's going to let's grab some couriers on the way out. Find Quakefus. Tower gone, as you say, Liquid just continuing to do as much as they can whilst they have this Aegis.
Yeah,
River. So it's pretty tanky with the hood. We'll see if Tiger can get him for the toss back. Get a little bit of a very short glimpse to the side. It's enough. Yapso unable to find a target to pull his way out of there.
Ooh, if he tried to hook Zai, just off the mark there though.
$14-8, still very, very close on the net worth. And Liquid, they have these two cores, Quakefoot and Mickey. They're, you know, you're really starting to feel their power when it does come to these objective taking. Mid lane, and they're going to keep the pressure right on. Up to the tier 2s they go, Liquid. A little scared by the looks of it of where Secret may be. As Secret, I've got everybody up.
Do feel like they still have to kind of press the issue here forward though. Like Anti-Mage, once he starts getting the Bastion and the Abyssal, the whole game dynamic changes. Because then this TA, this Drow, they're so much more fragile. Even the Darkseer too. These heroes can just get popped super easily. Nisha.
Let's see what they can get done here. As the bugs are out, jump forward from Matu. He's going to look towards Tiger on the back of it all, but a little hesitant on how he commits. Yapsaw in with the hook shot, but the Force Staff gets Tiger out to the side. Quakefoot, he actually jumps in on this. He's ready to fight and aggressively has been disarmed by the Halberd. Tiger comes in with a 4-man avalanche, starts to walk back. The silence, the Static Storm, they've caught the Anti-Mage, but a Decrepify stops any further physical damage coming out, and Liquid, they're retreating. They don't want to try and fight into that high ground of Secret.
Yeah, nice little disengage. Secret do not really have the greatest forms of catch. It's really just a clockwork to just go in and try to get anything there. So nice moves there from Liquid to get away. They do not want to give up any kills to this anti-mage. So like we said, it's still a very scary moment. Like you can't really make any mistakes on Liquid in this draft because this anti-mage will just explode. As soon as he gets that next item, it's just the game becomes so much easier for Matu to actually do stuff rather than play super passive. And you see Secret, the playstyle that they're doing is just split push, delay the game, let this anti-mage get that next big item in particular. And Puppy really loves his split push. He loves being able to farm.
Yeah, these sort of fives, whether it be the Weaver or the
Yeah.
Puck, you know, Puppy's in his element.
Absolutely.
That is what you sound like.
As you say, that any sort of time that the game calms down, you're
Scanning.
definitely going to feel that pressure of the anti-mage build up.
They're still farming, really well. That's the important thing. Like Quakefoot is matching the farm of that anti-mage, which is very important for him. If he starts to fall behind almost at all, that's when you really have to start feeling the concern. But no, they're definitely keeping themselves in a good spot.
See if they can catch Puppy this time. And with the grab, they're going to drop the
they're
Static
throwing
Storm.
everything on
Yeah,
him this
last time. Yeah, very much necessary without that Static Storm. Puppy a little too slippery, even just as that 5, the Weaver just having enough maneuverability to break away without that hold and silence.
Enough funny business, says Insania. 8 to 15, Liquid. Backing up and farming. Matu getting close to that big item that we're talking about, that Basher. Allow
And then
them
it's
to actually make plays.
Because in the late game, it really is going to be down to who gets the jump. Because TA nowadays, you know, level 25, it's
You also
insane,
have
right?
it,
You
yeah.
have just as much, you know, late game instant pop potential as an anti-mage with a bash. You're getting in with those meld hits. It's incredibly scary.
And I like this pickup a lot by Koikfa. I think this is the anti-Pugna. Pugna just can't really play the game very well at all.
Can't save anyone.
These Yule Scepters, these Decrepifies, all of these different abilities are just going to be very heavily countered by this Nullifier. He even has a Ghost Scepter that's now going to be getting dispelled off instantly too, so
Yeah,
they're going to have to find some different ways to bail him out. Like Force Staves, I mean Force Staff doesn't really work, but anything like Lotus Orbs, anything to try to protect him from this Nullifier that just hard counters Pugna.
He's having a very good game this game 3 Quakefor, and partly down to the way that Liquid were able to make sure that he didn't feel sort of the pressure from the Pugna at that early spike around the 6 in the mid, and ever since that, Quakefor staying right at the top, on par with this Matu anti-mage mid lane. Again,
Oh, he gets out of it, though.
And he's able to get the time lapse off before he's clinched, but
Oh,
still,
but he silenced.
the gust is there. The Nullifier down on him, they get the kill. I mean, they're sort of just farming Puppy at the moment.
Yeah. He's the only one getting caught, though, doing all this split push. Everybody else is actually just surviving throughout it all.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, Puppy. I can't believe he almost actually got out of that one there. But they do keep having to expend Static Storm for him. So there could be some opportunities where if Puppy does die like that, let's say he buys back and they look for a fight, there might be an opportunity for them just fighting into no Static Storm of Team Liquid, so...
Oh,
They wanted to try there. Matu has the Basher finished up, so he is at fighting, ready to actually finally start joining and getting involved with his team. And I believe that Roche is going to be spawning any second now, too.
yep,
So
it's right up. It's back there, Liquid. Look for the
instant
jumping.
Yules.
Very, very quick reaction from Zai. Will lay down the pit and the Firestorm. Nisha having a look at getting back in. It's still hard, though. With all these 4 staffs, Liquid very easily able to slide away. And looking at this Roche, they won't want to go straight for it whilst they know that the full 5 of Secret is around. I've got to try and find a pick off first. And here's the attempt. Smoke up from Liquid.
They want Puppy.
I mean, they may be... I think he might be the one that they find. There he is.
Whoop, whoop.
And in they go. They've got the silence. They'll take him.
How many times is that the Puppy's actually the only one that's died in the last 10 minutes, I feel, on the side of Team Secret?
I mean, it may be enough. It's one down. It is just the support Weaver, but we'll see if Liquid feel that's enough for them to step into the pit, and it looks like it is. They're going for Roche now.
Okay, and they kill it so fast here with their items, with their heroes. And Secret actually respond to it, though.
I mean, are we going to see any sort of jumping? Matu's not in the neighborhood, so he cannot help out right now.
Nah, it's dead already. Too late.
Yeah, very, very hard to contest this Liquid Roshan lineup.
Dire's structures
Tiger
are fortified.
on the prowl.
Oh, he's going straight in. He's hunted. He's looking for Nisha. Yapso's going to be able to provide some safety as he comes in with a hook shot. Now Tiger's deep. Tiger, he's straight up dead. Boxy, though, he gets the back in. The Static Storm is caught the 2 of them, but can the rest of them get in? Force forward from the Drow. They'll kill off Yapso. They're going to be able to find Nisha as well by this, but he uses himself up. He's still alive.
Wait, Matu.
Does manage to get the blink off. Nisha will live, but Matu's committed.
Oh my
the
God.
last bit of mana allowing him to blink to safety. Matu's out. And Secret very lucky there to make sure that Nisha and Matu didn't go down, as both cores, they very nearly died there to that attempt from Liquid.
Wait, wait, Nisha lived. Wait, what?
He lived. He was able to get the blink off at the last moment after the Decrepify wore off.
All right. That's pretty huge. Able to keep themselves alive. They get themselves a kill, only lose their support. It's still the Aegis Cheese that they're playing against there, but Matu surviving. Same thing with Nisha is very beneficial for them there. It's a nice talent there picked up from Insania. That Static Storm talent, 1.5 second added onto it. Very relevant in this game, as we've seen. That's pretty much the only way that they've been able to set up any kills is with that Static Storm. So it's definitely going to be something that we watch out for. Now Matu,
He's got the Abyssal.
he's at the Abyssal.
So now he can go, get into the fight, boom, try and pop a target.
Should be much easier for him to do so. He's still playing into Aegis, though, for 3 minutes. So still a bit tough for them to actually look for taking a head-on fight. So probably continuing to look for a split push for the next few moments until that Aegis is gone. And it really is just Matu farming, though, right? Nisha has been slowed down significantly. Zai's Underlord isn't able to really find the same type of farm either. And when your anti-mage is getting really farmed, that means the Darkseer wall is also getting really strong on top of your TA and your Drow. So A lot of different things that they're going to have for themselves to be able to deal with this anti-mage as it progresses.
Mid lane. Ooh, Nisha. It's away with the blink before Liquid could get that touch on him.
Yeah, they're all just split push until this Aegis is reclaimed. Matu go top. Keep the Underlord around the mid lane and the top tower. Keep themselves in an okay position if they do try to force the issue here. Liquid, they looks like they might actually try to force it now with this Aegis. Try to force some type of reaction from Secret.
Is anyone gonna step up? They have that trap down on the high ground.
DD on Koikfa too.
They're gonna get the jump in.
Oh, Nisha!
He was on the front. He stepped right up to the top of the staircase and they blow him up. Yapso's going to come over the hook shot. We'll be able to push back Quite for keeping him trapped on the high ground. The rest of Liquid trying to break through the cogs. To Crepify onto the TA, but the BKB's pop. He has been disarmed. Yapso nullified. Liquid, they're
He's split pushing.
away. Matu he's on the high ground up top. He's getting that tier 3 tower. They've got to make some decisions, Liquid. What are they going to do? They're trying to back off, get themselves a decent distance away before TPing back, and now they will. They're out of reach of Secret. They'll TP back. They'll be able to push Matu away.
This looks very similar to that first game at the moment here. Liquid
Matu, he's actually TPing down. He's ready
trying
to
get
fight.
a 5.
He knows
he
now's
gets the
not a
darts
big
here.
off, and there's the big mana void. Matu.
Oh, look at the gold! Oh my god, 721. He was solo. Nobody else was near him.
Straight up to level 25 as well. I think he pretty much got a whole level from that.
Maybe even 2 levels. Oh man, and now
straight
quick
back
rift.
up.
Yep.
Get the pressure on, get onto this top lane. You know, there's no darks here for 35.
Oh wow, that is huge. Very big pick up there for himself.
Yeah, good move from Matu to TP in aggressively to that outpost, knowing that his own pressure top will have caused the breakup of Liquid across the map.
Mika finishes up a Lincoln's, really wanting to protect himself, I guess, versus that Abyssal in particular. On the Drow Ranger.
Looking around mid, Liquid's coming out. Yapso is going to throw out the rocket flare mid. They've got the jump on a Matu. Matu can get out in time. He's trying to get himself away. Abyssal's to the side. He's on top of the TA. Koifa absolutely out of mana. Now trying to run. Yapso's in with a battery assault. The Decrepify into the life drain. Koifa's down the once. Boxy's back in the game, surges forward, gets the vacuum in onto Yapso. Yapso still in the kinetic field, another cogs out, but Quaitfa's got the reach, but the Decrepify save. Yapso still alive for now, the Nullify takes it off. The time lapse from Puppey, keeping Yapso alive. The pit holding him back, but Quaitfa charges forward with the meld hit, takes out the clock. Yapso buys back. Matu, he's in the front of it. Tiger in with the toss combo. Matu pops the Manzatala in.
He gets Boxy again.
Gets Boxy, finds the big target off the Darkseer. And Mickey, he's trying to run, but Zai's in. Matu blinks forward. They've taken down Mickey as well.
Matu's turned up finally.
2 cores down on Liquid, and neither of them with the buyback, ready to come into this one again. Matu still hunting.
Intania.
He's hiding and he's hoping in these trees that they won't find him, and he'll be all right. He'll be able to walk back out of this.
Oh man, Boxy though, as soon as he comes back into the fight, dies, and now bottom. Yaps or Nisha getting aggressive. They'll find Taiga.
Another catch.
Oh. Ooh, we'll go down.
3 dead. Secret pouncing perfectly with this power of Matu.
Oh, and this power of the Axe Weaver, it's really coming into play. 2 to 3 time lapses during that fight. Unable to really control almost anybody. And now Matu, yeah, he's really hitting that critical mass. Another item being delivered on the courier. Full AC. Uh-oh. Constantly medallioned up too to deal with all that minus armor. Mickey, 30 seconds. This is a Rax.
I mean, this was always the concern, right, for Liquid. If they didn't get enough done, one bad fight where the anti-mage comes out on top, you're just going to start losing your base.
Yep, anti-mage once he gets that Abyssal, and also just these clutch time lapses from Puppey over and over again.
Let's see if they can catch Matu.
Let's see what they can do.
They're trying to have a poke, but Matu is just in straight away with the Abyssal Blade. The Static Storm is down. They force Quaitfa back to safety. But Matu just forcing back the TA, making space for them to claim the second melee racks on the bottom.
Look at this, no fear though. Matu, he's not afraid at all anymore now because of how tanky he's gotten in these last moments.
And Secret can just play it safe, reset back to base. They've got that final lane up top ready to push out when they want to.
And now they're in a... This is a big lead for them. It only says like 3k gold lead, but you can really start to feel that shift. Shift in power across the board.
Some nice items indeed as well. You got the Timeless Relic ready to, I imagine, head over towards the hands of Nisha's Pugna.
Arcane Rune as well up top. Matu will take that one. Always very nice to have all your spells a little bit faster when you have so many activatable ones. A full Hex now also for the Pugna, so more ways to catch on top of that TA and that Drow.
Yeah, the jump is just so terrifying. We're seeing Matu just finding Quake for the past few times, and as you say, as soon as his mana's gone, not a lot that Quakefoot can do to fight back. He has to get out of there. Sure, they can save him, but Quakefoot's having to return to the fountain the whole time to actually get himself back in a fighting shape and able to turn things around.
Yeah, and we're seeing that big, that big matchup, AM versus Darkseer. Boxy runs in, he just pops over and over again. He can't do anything in the fights. Drops his wall, he got an illusion. The illusion died almost instantly, and then he just dies and feeds in no time.
And we'll see if Quakefoot's able to do anything big with this. He has hit the 25, so he's got the meld hit bash.
It's gotten nerfed a lot, though. Remember, it used to be, what, like 1.5 seconds? Now it's all the way down to 1 second. So it's not as significant as it was before. And there's also status resistance into play, so it's really only like a 0.7 second stun or so. And it's up. But perhaps it could be enough. But Matu has been showing that now he is very tanky, especially with this AC on top. Also with the Minotaur Horn, too, to play around. A lot of different tools that is.
And the fact that they've got the Decrepify and the Aghanim's Time Lapse. Just so many ways to keep their cause alive, Secret. Even if Liquid do somehow find the jump. Well, there we have it as well. The blink dagger done.
Now
so
he always gets the position to get it.
Like Puppy's going to have to make some pretty huge errors to get caught out. He's always going to be able to sit back and make it very hard for Liquid to do anything to catch him at the start of these plays.
They're going to have to try to look for him, though. I think like the Darkseer or even like the Tiny Taiga, somebody has to look for Puppy in the back. And speaking of the Darkseer,
he's ready to try and go for him. Boxy will be fine for now. Matu's going to get glimpsed back, but being very careful about how they commit onto this anti-mage, knowing how much save is behind him.
Yeah, they have to be very aware of the positioning now. Liquid have to try to catch them, either a vacuum onto that Weaver into the Static Storm or something like that, but they have to be sure to control Puppy in the fights. Just a lot of different things they really do have to worry about now after that. Those last two fights that didn't go in their favor.
Dire's top tower
20 seconds. Roche going to be respawning, and Team Secret has such good map control now around the area. Matu even looking to pick up another full item very soon here for himself. And it's off. Yeah, Liquid's momentum is just entirely stopped.
Still trying to step out around this mid. Okay, showing as he clears out the creep. There's the jump, Matu. Looking for the target, the double force getting him out. Quakefoot's going to try and jump in onto Puppy, but there's a lot of control onto him. The Static Storm is down, but Quakefoot getting past the BKB, but he is out of mana. Does get buffed up a little bit by the Greaves. Trying to make that jump on the backlines, but as we're seeing just so many ways for Secret to react.
Oh, look at him, too. He's doing a little dance on Quakefoot, too, because he got caught. Still with the stun animation.
That's beautiful.
Actually, that's pretty nice.
That's
a nice cosm. He's just gliding. All right, well. Aegis Cheese Refresher up on that Roche. They're going to start it.
Can they get in Liquid? They're running over. Tiger trying to go in with the Avalanche. Roshan still at about a half HP.
Matu's in.
He is going to look for the jump onto the high ground.
He's on the Darkseer.
Looks towards Boxy. Boxy's able to get out in time. They'll save the Darkseer for now. Vacuum onto the high ground. Matu back into the reach of Mickey, but the blink's back up. He gets away. Yapzor trying for the hook shot onto Quakefoot. Won't find the angle. Tiger will almost certainly fall, though, unless they can get him out of there. They can't. Nisha jumps in with a final burst to take down the Tiny. Tiger buys back into the game. Only Tiger going down there, but still it's Secret giving Liquid a good old punch, pushing them away from the Roche far enough that Secret do have the space to continue to finish it off.
And they're still really healthy, and look at that play there by Nisha. Filling up Matumba Man's mana with the life drain there to make sure that he can still fight. Liquid's low on mana here for this fight.
They do get the silence onto Yapzor. Tiger as well, getting the jump. Looking to burst down this anti-mage. Matu gets low, but the Axe time-lapse straight back up to full HP. Pops the Minotaur Horn as well. Matu is more than fine. Insania is out and gone for 50 seconds. Mickey trying to beat into this anti-mage, but Matu is just too fat right now. They do not have the damage to deal with him. As Liquid, they're just having to step away once more. As much as they try to push into this pit, they cannot deal with this anti-mage. Matu's in again. Boxy had to split back. They try and head out of there, but Yapsor's in with the hook shot, disrupting the movements of quite for a Mickey. Tiger caught in the river. Matu heads over to finish off this Tiny. Tiger's got to be careful. He bought back for this one. Mana Void comes in a little early, but it doesn't matter. Matu still gets the kill. It's a dieback from Tiger. Alpha 90 again. Quite for just having to use this BKB to get out of there. As Secret, they chase him down right up to the base. The Surge is in, but Matu gets the first bash. The Surge will still save him, but now Boxy is stuck without an escape. The Darkseer goes down. And Secret, they say, well, you may have stopped us getting the Roche, but we'll happily start coming and knocking at your base. And he's forced out another buyback, this time from Boxy.
Nisha fills up Matoma Man's mana yet again there. All of them are, not all of them, but most of them are ready to fight again there too. Liquid, they're smoking up. They got to try something here.
They're really trying their best to...
No Tiny though, they don't have wall either, and now...
They can't get out.
Yeah, they can't get it. Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard now, picked up for the side of Secret.
And they tried a couple of times there to deal with Secret around the pit. A little bit desperation, I mean, at the same time realizing that a fight on the high ground, trying to defend against this Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard is pretty much going to be borderline impossible. That was the play that they had to go for, but 2 shots at it and they couldn't make it work. Secret just too strong right now at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they actually have 2 ACs on Secret too. Zai bought one as well on top of Matu.
See Mickey.
And the heal comes out from Nisha.
Trying to punch into Matu. Boxy goes for the vacuum. The Static Storm out as well, but Boxy just falls immediately on the front of it all. Yapsor's in with a hook shot onto Insania. Mickey forces back to the side. Matu just focusing the objectives, finishes off the melee racks. Over towards the range racks he goes. Does get caught by the silence. Tiger in with the avalanche. They'll take down the anti-mage the once. Can they do it a second time? The Mega Creeps are out and up against Liquid. Zai is going to look to play it safe, take Matu back home. They got what they came for. Mega Creeps out in favor of Secret.
Well, you got one chance now for Team Liquid. You have to pretty much just go push it down the mid lane. Koikfa is actually going toward top. This is probably just a death for him if he shows. Yeah, he's just going to die.
He's gone. Zai even coming back in for this to help them kill him off. Koikfa does have buyback. Almost certainly going to have it forced out of him. Secret only without Yapsor.
They're going to just buy him
He's
back.
just coming back in as well.
He can run back in with that Mega Creep wave that is spawning right now. Oh, they already have even one of those waves coming in. And it's time to really just end this game now, finally. Liquid, there's no way. They have been able to hold without playing versus Mega Creeps. Now they're versus that and a lot more items to boot.
And there's the Koikfa buyback.
Okay.
The Abyssal blocked initially by the Lincolns of Mickey. Matu trying to continue to focus down these tier 4s. Koikfa jumps over towards Zai, but Zai's going to be able to keep himself safe for the Ghost Form. Koikfa pots the BKB in time before the Mana Void comes out. And still though, Liquid, they're getting low. Hook shot over, looking towards Insania. The Cape will keep him alive, but these tier 4s are falling. Boxy's back up in a few seconds, but Secret, they're going to be on to the exposed Ancient.
Dire's middle tower.
We'll have a little bit of respect for Boxy coming in as Matu being a bit careful how he commits to the Ancient, but he knows that he's strong. He'll continue to do so. Mickey trying to push him away, but the Mega Creeps are in.
Strong.
They've got a repair kit, but it's not... Or is it going to repair the state of the game? I mean, they're killing Matu, but no, the repair kit's not strong enough at this point. GG